syllabus like for GCP DevOps training, we have this syllabus, and even for GCP, we have the certification called GCP Cloud DevOps Engineer. So in this syllabus, whatever we discuss, it will help you to get clear your concept in cloud DevOps engineer exam as well. Okay, and let's first discuss the syllabus from top to bottom. So that it is basically created by me, and I have delivered already multiple trainings, and myself Nitesh Sharma, and I have delivered earlier multiple trainings on GCP and AWS, Azure, and DevOps technologies. So I'm very much proficient with this about technologies, and I'm right now working with as an IT architect and consultant. So I have multiple clients here, and I do help to get clear certificates as well. So here the syllabus is about GCP Cloud DevOps Engineer exam, and there are actually total 5 sections, and I have divided this all 5 sections for the DevOps and cloud technologies. And coming to this first section, where I'll be showing you the complete life cycle of the DevOps and cloud. Okay, and for that we will start with the basic from the GCP cloud. And in the GCP cloud, basically, I'll today I have a I will show you few things. Means how you actually create this account, or if you don't have, and what are the services are available in GCP cloud, and what service can you use, and how do you manage the services in cloud, and how what are the DevOps services are available in cloud environments. So for that we have this this GCP cloud account, and I have created this as a free trial account. So once we will start with the training, I will also show you that how you can start with the free trial accounts. Okay, so in GCP account, first and famous thing is to create the project. Okay, so create a project means it's like a we can say uh, in particular room, how many members will be there, right? So you can count basically how many members are there in a particular room. So it's like that only. So there are actually project. With the help of the project, you can basically segregate all the resources are available in the GCP. And I do have right now 2 projects you can see here. So if I just go to any of the project, so this project basically has the project ID and project name. So project name can be duplicate, but project ID should be unique. So let's say you also have one GCP account, I also have one GCP account. So in all the GCP accounts, this ID should be unique. But in your account and in my account, the project name can be a common name. Okay, so it means you can have the same CK training name as a project name, but you can't have the same ID for your project because it is unique for all our the GCP accounts. Okay, and once you will create any project here, so what is the process to create the project? So here is the option to create first the project, and by default we have the 22 projects available. So in the free trial accounts, you can create 24 total projects. Now this is the project quota, and if you want to create any project, let's say if I give the name GCP DevOps GCP DevOps training, and this is my project name, right? And I can just go and create this project. So it will take a minute, and in a minute actually it will be created. So whatever you create in Google Cloud, it will be a part of any of the project. Okay, so it is not like that if you don't have any project, so you can't create the resources. It should be part of any of the project. So right now you can see I have 3 projects, and this ID is came automatically. So I didn't use this ID, right? So now the next question is, can we change the project names? So yes, you can change the project name, but you can't change the project IDs. Okay, so if you wish to change the project name, you just need to come in the cloud overview tag here, and here is the first tag called project settings. So you need to go into the project settings, and you can see this is the project name. If you want to make changes to this project name, you can change it, but project ID and project number, these 2 things can't be changed. Okay, and if you want to delete this project, let's say you created few resources in this, right? And you want to delete this project, so you have to shut down this project, and it will basically take a month to completely shut down. And if you want to recover in meantime, so after doing shutdown, if you want to recover that, you can recover the project as well. So this is about the project. uh, so it means whatever resource you create, it should be part of any of the project. Okay, so right now we selected this project, and this is the project setting where you can go and check what are the details are there for project related details. And coming to this another tag called billing. So billing is a method where you can enable your billing on particular projects. So right now, since this is a free trial account, so I got it for 90 days. Okay, and 90 days I can use any of the service here, and I can just analyze this cost, how it is going. But after 90 days, what I have to do, I don't know, because if I want to convert to this in full account, so there will be some billing account, and I can use my any of the card for that. Okay, then you can see this billing reports and everything from this tag. Okay, and how do you manage the billing account? So if you have multiple projects, so any project, whatever you create the project name, so it should be part of a billing account. Okay, so you can create multiple billing account, you can close the billing account, you can rename the billing account. So let's say I have three projects here, and right now I don't want this project to be billing on this name. So I can disable the billing for this project. Okay, so if I disable the billing, let's see what happens. So I disable the billing, and you can see this is not in the list. I mean, there is no billing account available for that project. And let's see. Let's go to the resources. So there is a resource called compute engine, which is nothing but it's an virtual machine. Okay, so similar to your system, Windows system, Linux system, whatever you use. So it's like a virtual machine which you can use to uh, deploy your application. But you see the error, if I'm trying to use this compute engine, I'm getting this error called compute engine API require a project with a billing account. So it means there is no billing account. So if any project is not part of any billing account, you can't use that, you can't create any resource in that project. So it's mandatory to have the billing account for the project. So what I have to do here, I just go and I just link this project to a billing account, and this is my billing account which is already created. And now I can link this, and you can just manage it from billing account management, and again you will see these three accounts. Okay, and if you wish to create any other billing accounts, so you can create it, you can create the another billing account as well. Okay, so here there is a tag called manage billing account. So right now this is my one billing account, but if you want to create any other accounts, billing accounts, so you have to create like that billing account name, and you have to add your card and everything. So this is the process to create the billing account. Okay, so I think you understood how this billing account works. Now, let's say we want to create a virtual machine, compute engine. Okay, so first in GCP, it's not AWS account or it's not an Azure account, it's a GCP account. So here everything works in the API form. So if you use any service, first you need to enable the API for them always. So it's not about just compute engine, it is about all the resources whatever you use, whether it is compute engine, Kubernetes engine, or it is serverless services or DevOps services, anything. So you have to enable the API first. Then you can use this service. So it will take a minute, and once this will be enabled, then you will be able to use the service or later. So it means it's like a virtual machine, as I said. So in my laptop or in my system, if I use let's say Linux system, so what I do, I use my own Linux environments, and for that reason, I should have a network configuration. So for to network configuration, first you need to create a network. Okay, and how you can check the network configuration from VPC network, virtual private cloud network. So virtual private cloud network means, let's load this first. So virtual private cloud is there. Let it be enabled first, and then okay, it's enabled now. Let's refresh this once again. Yeah, so now it is enabled. You can see this API is enabled. Now you will be able to create the compute instances. So go to the compute instances again, and you'll see this page where it explains how you should create the virtual machines or VM instances. Okay, so VM means virtual machine instances. So you can create the instances from here. I'll just show you the demo how to we create the virtual machines. So first you need to give the name of the virtual machine here and in which region you want to create it. So let's say I select this US Central 1 region, and region is specific to the location, in which location you are creating. It means if I'm creating in the US Central 1, so it will have some zones, and it has all four zones, A, B, and C, and F. So I can create this in any of the zone. So if you want to, if you are not sure, if you are unsure about the zone, use this any option. If you are sure I should create in your central one, so use this. Okay, and then machine type. Machine type, it's totally depends how much memory and CPU you want. So if I use E2 machine type, and if I select this 2 vCPU and 4 GB of memory, so I can use this E2 medium. Apart from that, it is similar to the AWS. If you had, we have T2.micro, we have T2.medium. Similarly, in GCP, same concept is there, but the name is different. So E2 micro, E2 small, E2 medium. So E2 medium is the machine type which has 2 CPUs and 4 GB of memory. So I can use this and create it. Now there are few options which is very advanced. So once we will start with our training, then I will explain all these things. And now right now there is a thing called selecting the operating system for this virtual machine. So you can just by default it will be Debian if you don't select it, and you can just change it. Let's say I want to create a Ubuntu, so Ubuntu, and what is the version you want to create for Ubuntu 2220, right? So there are multiple versions are there. So let's say I want to create 20, and this is persistent disk means storage, block storage. So how much size you want for the disk? Okay, it's like a hard disk we use for our systems. So how much memory, I mean how much GB of RAM you or basically balance persistent disk you want. So 20 GB right now, and select it. So you will see the changes here, and also see the costing. So if you change anything here, the cost will vary. Means all these items you can see 2 vCPU, 4 GB memory, 20 GB balance precision disk, and total costing is $26 per month. So it is coming per month basis, and hourly also you can see 0.04 hourly. Now, now there is nothing to just add right now. So firewall we will talk about once we will talk about the networking part. So here let me show you the networking part as well. So as I said, there is a VPC network. So by default, whenever you create a GCP account, it works on the default network. So this is the default network. And with the help of this default network, there will be all subnet called 39 subnets. So in GCP, we have 39 regions totally. And one subnet will be created in each region as part of default network. So let's see this all regions. So you can click on the subnet here, and you will be seeing this all regions, Africa South 1. So these are the all list of regions which are available for GCP. So this default network creates subnets in each region. So that is why we usually not use this default network to create our resources. So we create our own network, but since this is a demo session, so we can just use it as of now. So that's what I'm using here. I'm using the default network only, and networking can be configured from here, from this tab. And you can see this, I'm using default IPv4 addresses. And if you need to add any other interfaces, you can add it from here. Okay, so that's all. Here we can add it, but we will talk about these all advanced concepts once we will start the training. So this is just a demo to show you how we gonna do that. And this is our virtual machine which is being created right now. So once it will be created, we can SSH to this machine, and we can access this machine from anywhere. So it can be accessed from your system, it can be accessed from my system, from anywhere you can access this VM instance. So let's wait a minute. Once it will be created, then I'll show you how do we connect with the instances. So yeah, it's created now. And this is the internal IP and this is the external IP. So usually if you want to connect, you can use external IP. And also there is a connect option called SSH. So click on this connect option. So once you will click on this authorize, so it will authenticate the user with the GCP, and the connection will be established, and then you will be inside the VM. So right now I'm inside the VM, and this is a Linux VM. Okay, this is the Linux VM. You can see the host name. So who's the host name here? So let's see host name. So for this instance, this is the host name, and means this is our instance name, right? And this is the Ubuntu based system. How do you check? So there is a command in Linux. Actually, we use uname-r. So it will show you the kernel version, and this is our the kernel version which we are using. Okay, so this is our instance, and you will be able to run the package manager. So in Linux for Ubuntu, we use package manager called apt. So you can use apt package manager if you want to install anything. So it will update the packages like that. And also check the connectivity. Basically, it has the network connectivity properly or not. So for that, you can check first the IP addresses. So for this IP address, IP ADDR address. So you will be able to see the IP address for this instance. This is the IP address for this instance. Okay, internal IP I'm talking about. And if you want to check the connectivity, you can just use the ping command and check connectivity with the Google. So google.com. So if you get the response back from the Google, so we are getting it, we are getting the response back. It means you are having the internet connectivity. So this is completely CLI option. There is no GUI option, so that is why we can't run any browser here. So this is the way to check the network connectivity from the Google, and you can connect from any link. Okay, means if this is the link, let's say this is the URL, or this is the URL. Let's say I want to see. So this is the link. So we can just check whether this is available or not. So for that we have multiple commands. I mean, you can use ns lookup. So which will be advanced for you right now. So I'm not showing you this one. Okay. This is about virtual machine service. Apart from that, we have a multiple services are there. Kubernetes engine, Vertex CI, IAM and admin roles, from where actually you main permissions for the users and the groups. And Vertex CI is a AI service in the cloud. Kubernetes engine is a cluster where you can create the Kubernetes clusters and manage the deployment of the application. And storage means you can create your storage machines. I mean, you can create your storage buckets and you can keep your object inside this buckets. So it's like a S3 bucket in AWS if you heard. So we use S3 in the AWS, but here we have this storage buckets, and you can create your bucket name and keep your images, files, audios, videos, anything. Okay. and we can just give the permissions to the other user to access from here. So this is called cloud storage, and apart from that, this networking service. And the VPC network means it has all these networking services, firewall, routes, IPs, how you bring your IP, own IP, internal ranges, IP address ranges, and everything is there. BigQuery, it's for database service. So apart from BigQuery, we have multiple database services also there, like SQL, SQL services are there. And this Cloud Run is a serverless service where you can run your own containers. Okay, and yeah, so these are the most popular services are there for the GCP. So coming to the syllabus, we will see how this SLA, SLI works. So and then how to manage the complete life cycle for the servers, and how do we maintain, how to take the backup, how to restore from the backup. Okay, and then we will see the CI/CD pipeline. So if you want to create a CI/CD pipeline from end to end, let's say as a developer, I'm building my own application and which I want to deploy to the cloud. So what are the process? I mean, how I can create my own CI/CD pipeline, and what are the tools I can use to create the CI/CD pipelines? So everything we will see in this section. And the CD pipelines. So cloud build is there in GCP. This is the service for it works as a CI/CD pipelines. Apart from that, there are some open source tools, Jenkins, Sprinklr, and GitLab and Consource. So these are the tools which also can be used as an open source tool. How you manage the configuration secrets. Then infrastructure as a code means Terraform or Cloud Deployment Manager. So these are the things here. Okay, so management of the users, we have IAM policy and per environments. So if you have multiple environments, so it can be managed from the project basis. Okay, and then we can use the IAM policies for the project level. And then how do you check the logs for the application if it is not working? So for that we have stack driver logging, stack driver monitoring. So these are the services to check the logs and monitoring. And for compute engine, GKE, clusters, matrices, everything can be monitored from this services. Similarly, we have the VPC networking services and load balancers, and these are the logging exports. So how you get the logs from the resources like from the compute engine, from the Kubernetes. You want to get the logs. So how do you get the logs? Okay. So yeah, this is the syllabus. So I'll share it with you as well. Okay, so it was a this was a demo session. If you have any questions or concern, let me know. So soon we will start with the main training as well. If you are good to go,